So over the last week or so, PlayStation and Sony have had a very up and down time. We had the amazing failure that is Concord that will go down in the history books as one of the funniest gaming fails that we've ever had. And then on the day of its pretty much downfall, the day that they shut the servers down and stripped it from stores, Astrobot came out. And Astrobot, to me, is the best game that we've gotten this year. It's the most fun game that we've had in probably a little bit of time and is one of the best platformers. It's literally Super Mario 64, but for the PlayStation. And today, we are back down on the It's So Over train with the announcement of the PS5 Pro. Now, most of you who are avid watchers of this channel watch other gaming channels, so I'm a little late to this. I apologize. Was gathering my thoughts on it because this is one of the most anger-inducing announcements I think that I've seen, and definitely one of the biggest pushbacks that PlayStation fans have given Sony in recent memory. The PS5 Pro has been rumored for a while now. It's up there with the next Switch console in terms of lengthy rumors. I swear I was hearing rumors about this thing back in 2020/2021, and recently the rumors of the console being around $700 made the rounds, and I was very vocal about how I think that's a really poor decision, especially with the specs of the rumored PlayStation 5. But today we got an announcement and we got a video showcase of the difference between the performance mode in a base PlayStation 5 and the performance mode and the fidelity mode in a PlayStation 5 Pro. And when I say this was one of the most underwhelming and lame reveals for hardware I think I've ever seen, I'm not overestimating that. Basically, the PlayStation 5 Pro promises an upgraded GPU. Basically, they're updating it to have 67% more compute units than the current PlayStation 5, and it's going to have about 28% faster memory. They say on the PlayStation website that this is going to enable up to 45% faster rendering for gameplay, making the experience much smoother, something that almost nobody really wants. If you don't know technology, the GPU in the PlayStation 5, I'm pretty sure anyway, is either as good as the Xbox Series X or better. So the base PlayStation 5 already has a really good GPU. A lot of people wanted them to update the CPU, especially because CPUs nowadays are becoming more and more heavily needed for bigger gaming experiences, and they did not touch the one in the PlayStation 5, and I'm pretty sure that is where the Series X has a leg up on the PlayStation 5 in terms of like actual technology. I believe that the CPU in the Series X is better. Advanced ray tracing is a new thing. Apparently they're adding an even more powerful ray tracing that I think all of three people were probably looking for. And then their third and final biggest point is they're going to be adding something called AI-driven upscaling. They're introducing PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, which is an AI-driven upscaling that uses machine learning-based technology to provide super sharp image clarity by adding an extraordinary amount of detail. Now, if you were watching the reveal like I was, this was one of the most underwhelming parts of the entire thing, because this is the way that they showed it. It was so funny. There's a clip of them showing Ratchet and Clank Worlds Apart, or whatever that Ratchet and Clank PlayStation 5 game is, where they show the background for the base PlayStation 5, and then in the same mode for the PlayStation 5 Pro. And it goes from blurry to not blurry. And that is what they're promising with this, which is one of the lamest things. One of the things that they're really pushing for, and one of the major differences that I guess is being talked about here, is that they want this console to hit 120 FPS in performance mode. Honestly, I think that's cool. I think that's unique and a good thing for people that can't afford a computer. However, that is where the pricing of this thing comes into play. The PlayStation 5 Pro is being listed for $700. I've seen people online talk about how in Canada and in other parts of Europe and the United Kingdom, it's going to be over $900 for this piece of hardware, which is absolutely disgusting. And one of the reasons I think it is extremely disgusting is because of the attachments, or should I say the lack thereof. The PlayStation 5 Pro will not come with a stand for the console, and it will not come with a disc drive. This console is completely digital, and they are selling a disc drive attachment for about $80, meaning that if you get a stand and if you get the disc drive, the entire console is probably going to run you about $800 if you're in the United States, which is about $300, $200 if you go off the base price, more than a PlayStation 5. Hell, you can probably find a PlayStation 5 for under $500 with games, and it runs really well. Like, you can go to Facebook Marketplace or eBay or any sales website, find a base PlayStation 5 for $300, $400, $500, and I guarantee you it will come with a game and a controller. Now, they're saying that the PlayStation 5 Pro, all of them will come with Astro's Playroom. Astro's Playroom. Not Astrobot. If Astrobot was included with this, I would give them a little more slice of cake here. But I think this is absolutely egregious decision making from PlayStation. The console is going to be open for pre-orders on September 26th. So if you want to be irresponsible with your money, this video is all my opinion, so I get it. There might be a couple people watching who do want this console, and I feel bad because it's pretty much a scam. I feel like this console and this creation is gross, and it's just not a good decision to invest in this. Now, if you have the money and you don't care, that's one thing. But if you're looking and you're waiting, I know so many people that are still on their PlayStation 4 Pros because games are still releasing for them and they're still enjoying them. This console comes out, I think November. I think it's in November. They said, it's just dumb. It's stupid to me. I don't understand. And then they also put this in the thing. It says players can add an Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive or swap out console covers when they become available. If you haven't seen the design for this thing, for one, it's incredibly lazy. I think it's just boring. That's just my own personal opinion. They're going to be making more covers specifically for the Pro. And it's so gross. I don't even know the best way to describe what this is other than like a blatant legal scam, because that's what it feels like. Honestly, I would argue that this is a really smart move from PlayStation, because I think this will force a lot of people just to get a base PlayStation 5, because I know a lot of people were kind of waiting to see what will happen with the PlayStation 5 Pro to see if it's worth it or not. And honestly, this is probably going to push them more towards the original hardware. It does also say that the console is going to have a 2 terabyte SSD and a DualSense controller with every single purchase, which obviously the controller is standard. If they got rid of the controller, that would be absolutely shameless. But the 2 terabyte SSD, I mean, to be completely honest, you can buy a third-party SSD or a different Sony SSD and still come out on top with probably some more money for games if you're buying a base PlayStation 5. Also, I don't know anybody who keeps every single game that they own downloaded at all times. If you have a very big backlog, that's one thing, and you might have the games just ready to go, but I don't really know a lot of people who have like 8, 9, 10 games installed all year round. I just don't think that's a smart way of doing things. But yeah, this console is really making people upset, and people, I think, are rightfully not okay with this and how this decision was made and how it's being marketed. I just think it's a huge miss, in my opinion. I don't think this is good for anybody, and I think that the price hike is very much not good for anybody. The base PlayStation 5 is amazing. I use my year one PlayStation 5 almost every day, and it works perfectly fine. There's no game that has given it struggle. Every PlayStation 5 exclusive has come out working perfectly. Now, will they make it so it runs better on PlayStation 5 Pro? Probably. And will it be really bad and egregious for them to do that and basically try to force people to get this console? Probably. It will be gross if they did that. I don't think they could, but it would be, I wouldn't put it past anybody anymore. I don't want this video to become a huge like console war thing. I didn't say it at the start of this video, and I feel like it's going to bite bite me in the ass because every single one of these videos, at least one or two people talk about console war stuff, and I hate it. But I genuinely think, just even if you are a hardcore PlayStation fanboy, you are the definition of a PlayStation pony, I think even you are going to have a hard time defending this to the most rational, normalized people. And I was about to end the video, but I just thought of something. This is also making me more mad because I know that people, like parents who aren't connected with the gaming sphere, are going to buy their kids this console just because they see it says PlayStation 5 Pro and their kid doesn't have maybe their kid doesn't even have a PlayStation 4, and they work and they work and they work and they have enough money to buy the new console for their kid, and they're basically going to get scammed by Sony. It's starting to piss me off just thinking about it. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear it. I appreciate all of you guys. If you respect my opinion, I respect yours. That's how this channel goes. And if you guys start fighting each other in the comment section, I'm just going to laugh at it, and I'm not going to defend either of you because I think that shit's hilarious. YouTube says that 99% of you are still not subscribed. I don't know what I have to do. Maybe I have to put on a giraffe suit for my first live stream. I don't know, but just do it. Hit the button. It's free. With that, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm done making Sony videos for now, unless they announce some sort of Venom game or Spider-Man 2 news. I'm not doing it right now. I want to make other stuff. So I want to make a Nintendo video. I'm getting itchy for it. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.